I started speaking engagement as a fun hobby, and that took me all over the world, and I enjoyed it. And now I do more of those as a semi-hobby and professional activity. I do volunteer for PMI, ISACA, and some other organizations as well. I would highly recommend all of you to volunteer for your local PMI chapter or the PMI Global or other organization to give back to the community, because that's how we learn and that's how we can improve. So pattern is something that repeats itself and it tells a story over the period of time. So patterns could be in the shapes, in the color, in the behavior, how we behave and interact, how different things happen in the society. And the pattern itself tells what's going to come next. Another interesting about pattern is that the pattern itself changes over the period of time. That means what's working today will not work in the future. So what are the few patterns that I would like to highlight here is, the first one is the time it takes for industrial revolution is shrinking. So first industrial revolution was about 150 years to about 60 to 70 years. The next one was about 30 years. So the fourth industrial revolution would be much shorter. Okay? And what's going to happen is that the other pattern is the innovation growth in each industrial revolution is exponential. So if you look at from first industrial revolution to second, it was exponential at that time. You look from second to third, it was exponential at that time. Now we are witnessing how AI can do things, it's an exponential. So that pattern will continue, that exponential component will be there. Now, because it's taking, time is shrinking, we are the first human that are experiencing multiple industrial revolutions in our time. Over the period of time, we build our habits, and habits are engraved in our muscles. How many of you have noticed that anytime you change the password, next time you go and typing the password, you're still typing the old password? It's called the muscle memory, right? So it's a habit that kind of gets engraved in us. So we need to build a skill to unlearn our old habits, unlearn the old ways of doing things, and replace this with ability to relearn the new way, adopt the new ways of doing things, and building new habits. So for example, if I'm working on a farm, if I need to dig a hole or anything, I'm not going to go and try by myself manually. I'm going to get a machine and dig a hole, right? So I get comfortable with that. Now what we need to do is we need to get comfortable with machines that can think, that can analyze, and then they can compete with our brain power. So what we need to go from muscle power to brain power and be comfortable with the machines doing the brain level jobs for us and be okay with that. So it's not the question whether AI can do this or not. AI can do most of the things that we think. The real question is, what questions are we asking generative AI to do it for us? So the important, one of the skill is asking the right questions. We need to think about AI as a friend, not as a foe, right? Because by leveraging AI, we can do a lot more. So what we would focus on, how can we enable business to enable them to do things faster, to respond to the market changes quickly. So we need to change our little bit of how we do the projects, because if we put ourselves as a strategic business enabler mindset rather than the project implementer or project executor, that's the important skill set that we need to build in the next few years. I would like to thank everyone for your time and looking forward to seeing you in the afternoon.